your girl, Forcey Hair Chick. In today's video, I want to talk to you about my 7-day juice fast. I did it! I did a 7-day juice fast and I'm really excited because it was everything I wanted and more. So I'm just going to share the details of that with you. But before I do, as always, I want to give you a peek of my hair and all that's going on with it. So we'll do that and we'll talk about the juice fast. I had this updo in, and so I've taken it down in the front. I took out the 2-strand twist, and so my hair is just loose and wild, which I love. I've had this style in now since last week, Friday, so about 5 days now that I've been wearing this style, and it still looks fresh. At nighttime, I have a simple regimen to keep it protected. Protecting this updo is really easy. I use African Pride Braid Sheen Spray. I spray this all the way around my head, specifically aiming for the roots, and it helps to alleviate any itchiness that you might get as a result of the braiding. I try to stay away from too much spray on the very top. To keep my edges down and also to prevent the braids from getting fuzzy, I use a satin scarf, and after I tie that up, I put a do-rag on top. And I put a bonnet on after that. And I just find that keeping these layers on helps it from sliding off during the night because I'm a wild sleeper. So yeah, as I said, this has been in almost a week. I took the top out so I could have a twist out for the photo shoot that I was doing. And I've just been rocking it as is. So this is a Click 360. Okay, so let's talk juice fast. The reason I did this juice fast is because I went out to dinner with a friend of mine, and she is on a raw diet. And I asked her, what possesses you to only eat raw food? How do you possibly do that? And she told me the reason she does it is biblical, but also because it gives her energy. So because her body doesn't have to process meats and processed food, it doesn't need as much energy to digest the food, and therefore she has more energy. So she said, she can sleep 4 or 5 hours a night and feel fine because her body just isn't putting in all the effort that it usually does into processing her food, so she has more energy for other things. And that clicked for me. I immediately could relate, and the thought of only needing 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night would make my life so much easier because I always feel like I never have enough time in the day. So that was the kickstart I needed to do the juice fast. I started my juice fast on January 1st and I did 7 full days, juice only. I wasn't drinking soup, absolutely no solids, just 100% juice. And as far as the juices themselves, I'll tell you a little bit more about what I was specifically drinking, but it was juice only. Very, very hard. So this is a look at all of the juice that I consumed, and I had a whole lot of juice. Initially, I planned to do this fast by only drinking freshly juiced juice. So I was going to use my juicer and only drink juices that I made. But I didn't buy enough fruit. I bought a ton of oranges and carrots and just all kinds of fruit, and I thought I had enough, but it only lasted me 2 days. Producing 75 ounces of juice a day is challenging. So I quickly learned by day 2 of my juice fast that I was going to need to buy some juice because I just didn't have enough fruit. So I decided to buy Odwalla and Naked juices, and I tried to stay as close as I could to just all natural. The sugar content in Naked juices is a little bit high, so I ended up going with Odwalla. So Odwalla became my staple, I'd say by day 5. I was just drinking Odwalla juices and water because I got tired of trying to juice, and if you're constantly thinking about what your next meal is, it makes it even harder. So by me picking Odwalla juice and just drinking Odwalla juice, it automated my food, and I didn't have to think about it all the time. I didn't have to be thinking, what am I going to juice when I get home, or what am I going to juice for lunch, or I need to wake up early so I can juice in the morning. It was too much that. So I switched to just buying the juices so that way I could make it through the fast and stop thinking about it all the time. The way it works is you take your body weight and you divide that by half, and that's how many ounces that you need to drink of juice a day. That's just juice. You also need to have water on top of that. So for me, it worked out to be 75 ounces of juice a day. So this container is 64 ounces. So what I would do is I would make sure I would drink a full container of Odwalla juice, and then I would have water intermixed throughout the day. And that helped me to make sure I was hitting my 75 ounces a day. I did orange juice one day, and then next day I would do superfood, which is a fruit and vegetable Odwalla blend. And so I started alternating like that. So day 5, 6, and 7, I was really just doing Odwalla juices and water. So what was the outcome? Crazy benefits in doing this fast. I lost 10 pounds, which wasn't my goal. My goal was to get energy. And so the weight was kind of a side perk. But yeah, I lost 10 pounds. Really, I lost 8 pounds because 2 of those pounds came back, and I think it was water weight. So 8 pounds total in 7 days, just bananas. I felt just so energized, you know. I don't know how else to explain it other than I was ready when I woke up, and I wasn't sleeping as long or feeling groggy when I woke up. I just felt fresh when I was waking up. In addition to that, the feeling of confidence that you feel when you finish a 7-day juice fast, I can't explain. It's so worth doing a juice fast, if only for that feeling, because it's hard. I don't know what I was expecting, but I can tell you that I thought it was going to be really, really hard, and it wasn't as hard as I was anticipating, but it was still challenging. And I think it's the routine of it, because during the day I would be fine, but when I got home and it was dinner time, oh my goodness, starving. I'd be so hungry, and I'd just be drinking juice and trying to distract myself with TV or whatever because I was just hungry. I would definitely juice fast again. It's not something I see myself doing frequently though, maybe just once a year. I know some people juice fast, you know, as often as once a week. They'll just have one day a week where they only do juices. I'm not interested in doing that, but I definitely am really happy that I did do this juice fast. Another outcome from this juice fast was when you finish your 7 days, you actually can't go right back into eating food. And the reason is because your body actually cleanses everything and pushes everything out of your intestines. I mean, you will completely detox over the 7-day period. And your body gets to the point where it's not producing the digestive enzymes that it usually does to help you process your food because it's focused on cleansing. And so you need a window of time to get that digestive enzymes up again. And so the way you transition is after you finish juicing, you do raw foods only, and then you slowly start introducing some heavier products into your diet again. That way, you know, your stomach doesn't shut down or you don't get a fungus or a bacterial infection. So that was awesome because I didn't know that until halfway through my fast when I was researching what should my first meal be after. And I was planning to have a huge platter of Mexican food and guacamole with cheese and enchilada. I was planning my first meal post this cleanse, and I started reading and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to dive into that. So needless to say, I did raw fruits and vegetables for the first 3 days, absolutely no dairy. It wasn't until 5 days after my cleanse that I did dairy, and then I didn't do meat until about 12 days after. So because of all of that transitioning, it's funny because I don't really have a taste for salt the way I used to have a taste for salt. It's kind of changed my palate. And the same thing with sugar. Some things are way too sugary for me now, whereas before it was fine, and same with salt. So I feel like I won. You know, I changed my palate, I lost weight, I feel fresh, my skin's been clearer. I have just been more focused. I feel good. It was an amazing process, and I just encourage you guys, if you're at all interested in doing it, research it. You can do 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever is good for you, but I think it's something worth doing. So have have you done a juice fast before? Please let me know and leave a comment, or feel free to do a video response. I always check everything out that you send me. And if you did a juice fast, what recipes did you use? Did you stick to fresh fruit juicing the whole time? Did you do veggies only? Or what was your approach to your juice fast? Curious to know. Thank you so much for watching. If this video was something you enjoyed, please click subscribe below. And I do videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so you'll be notified every time I have a new video. And definitely, if you have not, go ahead and join me on Facebook, 4C Hair Chick. And there's a whole community of us, 4C, or, you know, we're not even all 4C hair types. We're just, for the most part, I think 4 type hair, so 4A, B, and C. But it's Team Natural, so, you know, if you like to party with naturals, come join us on Facebook. Alright, I'm your girl, 4C Hair Chick, and I am outro. Catch you on the next video.